Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a hidden science that pretty much shapes our entire digital world, social network analysis. I mean, really think about it for a second. Why does one video or one silly meme just explode and become an internet sensation overnight? And how do platforms seem to know exactly who you should be friends with or what you'll want to watch next? How does that happen? Well, it's not just luck, and it's not always about having the best content. There's this hidden architecture of connections that dictates how information travels. And today, we're going to map it out. All right, so to understand these patterns, we first need to get a handle on the space they actually live in. Now, that term gets thrown around all the time, but for what we're talking about today, the definition is actually surprisingly simple. It's really just a group of people and the connections between them. Think about your family's WhatsApp group, or the people you follow on Instagram. Yep, even the endless email chains at your company, all of these are social networks. And to analyze these networks, we really only need two key terms. Think of it as the basic language of connection. So first up, we have nodes. A node is just any single entity in the network. A person, a company, a YouTube channel, you name it. In your family's WhatsApp group, you are a node. And the connections between all those nodes, we call those edges. An edge is simply the relationship, that line connecting two nodes. If you message a friend, boom, you've just created an edge. It's the follow, the friendship, the communication. See? Simple, right? Nodes and edges. So we have the players, the nodes, and we have the relationships, the edges. Now for the really exciting part. What happens when we start mapping and measuring them? Well, that's where the analysis begins. And this right here is the core idea of social network analysis, or SNA for short. The real magic isn't in studying the individual people, the nodes. It's in understanding the structure of their relationships, the overall pattern of all those edges combined. Because by studying that structure, we can start to answer some incredible questions. We can finally see who the most influential people are, which groups are super tightly knit. We can trace exactly how information spreads, and even find those crucial people who act as bridges between completely different communities. You know, this whole shift from traditional to social media is exactly why SNA has become so powerful. Old media, like TV, was just a one-way street, right? A broadcast. But social media created this gigantic tangled web of many-to-many connections. And every single like, share, and follow is a new edge, creating a massive analyzable network that just didn't exist before. So this is way more than just some academic exercise. Understanding these networks has profound real-world implications for almost every industry out there. From the way emails flow in an office to the spread of new ideas on Twitter, our world is literally built on these networks. Analyzing them isn't just kind of interesting, it's essential for understanding the invisible forces that are shaping our society. Just think about its real-world applications for a second. AI uses it to build those recommendation engines on Netflix and YouTube. Marketers use it to identify key influencers. Cybersecurity experts even use it to map the spread of misinformation online. Its reach is absolutely enormous. Okay, let's make this crystal clear with a really simple, everyday example to see how all these concepts actually work in practice. I want you to imagine your old classroom WhatsApp group. It's a perfect small-scale social network, isn't it? You have a fixed set of people, those are the nodes, and a constant flow of messages, creating connections, those are the edges. And here's what's so powerful. We don't need to read a single one of your messages to do the analysis. All we need to know is who is talking to whom, and how often. The big insight comes from the pattern of communication, not the content itself. Just by mapping out those simple connections, you can reveal the entire hidden social structure of that classroom. You can see who has the most connections, that's your central node, maybe the class leader. You can find the most active participants, and most interestingly, you can identify that quiet person who acts as a crucial bridge between two totally different friend groups. These are insights you would never get just by being in the chat. So the whole process really boils down to these four core goals. First, you construct the map, visualizing all the nodes and edges. Second, you track the flow of information through that map. Third, you analyze the communication patterns that start to pop up. And finally, you use those patterns to identify the key players and the hidden communities within that network. So it makes you think about your own life, right? Your friendships, your workplace. Who are the key nodes? Who are the crucial bridges? Because really, understanding the networks you're a part of, Well, that's the first step to understanding how you connect to the entire world.